everyone. This is Professor Jeff Wilkerson at Luther College talking to you again about what to look for in the night sky. This week we're talking about the week of May 3rd, 2021. We've been in a little bit of a, I don't want to call it a rut, but a pattern has developed in the way that we've talked about these. We've talked our way through these video introductions to the night sky. And about every 2 weeks, we circle back to something we did 2 weeks ago and talk about the same topic or a similar topic. And we're going to do that again this week. I know it's odd and I know it's strange, but we're talking again about something you might be hearing about from other places, something we don't like to do a whole lot. But 2 weeks ago, we talked about the Lyrid meteor shower. We won't talk about meteor showers so broadly again this time. You can go back and watch that video. We won't be able to not repeat ourselves a little bit. So we will talk about it some, but we're going to talk about the Eta Aquarids meteor shower, which is going to peak during this week. Should be a better shower than the Lyrids were a couple of weeks ago, but you want to be up after midnight, between midnight and dawn, to probably be able to see it the best. So this should be a pretty good meteor shower. They're not, the meteors are fast typically, so you don't get a lot of big bright fireballs. You don't get a lot of big scorchers across the sky, but you got a lot of good meteors that leave tracks. You should be able to see for most of the week. So go out as soon as you see this video, start looking. But certainly on Monday the 3rd, the night of Monday the 3rd, the night of Monday the 4th, the night of Monday the 5th, the night of, how many Mondays do we have in that week? Tuesday the Tuesday the 4th, Wednesday the 5th, Thursday the 6th, even Friday the 7th. Go out and take a look and see if you can see some enhanced meteor activity at the rate 15 or 20 per hour, and maybe at the peak a little bit better than that. So on the night of the 4th into the morning of the 5th. So Wednesday morning the 5th before dawn is probably your best time. A little bit of moon around, but not a lot of moon around to wash these things out. You will recall from our earlier discussions, these meteor showers, they come from debris that was left by a comet. So a comet has boiled off debris, we cross the comet's orbit, and that debris comes into the Earth's atmosphere, and we see these meteors burn up as they enter the Earth's atmosphere. Because they're all coming, our orbit is intersecting this tube of material. They all look like they're coming from the same patch of sky, and that patch of sky is what we name the meteor shower for. Now, the Aquarius is going to be the constellation that houses this meteor shower. There's more than one meteor shower that comes from Aquarius, so that's why Eta is a star in Aquarius. This has the name Eta Aquarids meteor shower. And so I've marked for you how to find Aquarius here, Eta Aquarius. It's not imperative that you do so. You might recall it says they look like they come from this region of the sky, but you can see them well across the sky, very far away from this region of the sky. It's just if you trace back the path, that's where these meteors will look like they came from. You know, you might see them way out here, someplace different, but they all look like they came back from this Aquarius region of the sky. Aquarius sits just to the east of Capricornus. Both of them are relatively faint constellations, Aquarius particularly so. Right now, your easiest markers there are Jupiter and Saturn. And if you've been watching these videos, and I know you have, and paying attention to things to look for in the night sky, I've been recommending Jupiter and Saturn in the morning sky. And so now, Eta Aquarius will rise 3 o'clock in the morning or a little bit before. Eta Aquarii will rise a little bit before 3 o'clock in the morning. Jupiter and Saturn a little bit earlier than that. So not a lot earlier than that, but a little bit earlier than that. It's about 15 degrees separate Jupiter and Saturn. The brightest objects you'll see in the morning sky as you look to the east and southeast. And so Jupiter and Saturn, that's about a fist and a half, somewhere between 1 and 2 fist widths. If you hold them out there, you should see the bright Jupiter. Jupiter is by far brighter than anything in the region. And then Saturn, so that's about 15 degrees. Saturn is going to be to the west of Jupiter. Then if you go north and east, that same amount, about 15 degrees of Jupiter, you'll come to Eta Aquarii, the star for which this meteor shower is named. And as I say, it rises about 3 in the morning or 2:30 in the morning. And so it's any time after midnight, you'll start to see these meteors that are over on this side. Your best time is going to be 3 or 4 in the morning, probably, if you really want to go out and see the most of the meteors that you can see. Then you can see them on all sides of Eta Aquarii there. it's a relatively faint star, third magnitude star. For reference, if you know your Little Dipper, Polaris is about 2.5 times brighter than that. The North Star, and then the other two stars that you usually make out in the Little Dipper most easily are the two stars in the end of the bowl of the Little Dipper. The Little Dipper looks something like that. There's Polaris. This is not located here relative to that. This is a very different region of the sky looking straight north. You have a handle of fainter stars, the backside of the bowl, and then these two bright stars in the bowl. These two stars in the bowl, the star in the bowl and Polaris are a couple of times, 2 times, 3 times brighter than Eta Aquarii, not Eta Aquarii, I'm sorry, Alpha Aquarii, the brightest star in Aquarius. So Eta is significantly fainter. Then the very brightest star in Aquarius is a third magnitude star, Alpha Aquarii, and that's about the same brightness as that star in the Little Dipper right there, with these stars being even brighter than that. If you've ever tried to pick out the Little Dipper in soupy skies, you know it's not the easiest thing to do. Certainly, the stars of Aquarius are visible. They're just not going to stand out to you. They're not going to pop. But again, there's no reason to look for them necessarily, other than it's fun to do. And you want to learn your way around the sky, and you can use Jupiter and Saturn and Jupiter to a path to Aquarius. Aquarius is a group of sort of a couple of strands of stars, big strands of stars that stretch down this way. So any stars that you see sort of a fist width to the west, to the east of Jupiter, stretching north and south of Jupiter, those are going to be stars in Aquarius. So if you make out those stars, that'll be the region of sky these meteors look like they're coming from. Again, our second meteor shower in a couple of weeks. This one might be a little bit better positioned after midnight. So if you want to look in the early morning sky, that's probably your best time to see these meteors. I wouldn't be surprised if on the morning of May 5th, you would see as many as 20 or 30 meteors above the background rate of meteor showers. So it should be a pretty active, that's 20 or 30 meteors per hour. So that's a meteor every 2 or 3 minutes on average that you'd be seeing from this meteor shower. So if you go outside for a good 20 or 30 minutes, you should see quite a few meteors. But you're going to see them all week. We talked about this again a couple weeks ago. The debris tube that the Earth orbits through can be relatively broad, and you can be orbiting through that for the good portion of this whole week. And so there will be peaks and troughs at various times during the week. So if you start watching this week, watch the entire week, you should be able to see quite a few meteors if you have clear skies stretched out through the week. So that's what we got for you. Another meteor shower, the Eta Aquarids. You can use that as a reason, just a motivator to go look for Aquarius near Jupiter and Saturn. No need to do that. Just watch for these meteors in the morning sky all week. And I hope you have a good week, everybody. Take care.